Good night. You know who it is. I hope everybody good, you know, as people saying nowadays. I hope everything blessed. Funny expression, really and truly, but I'll talk about that another time. I forget to turn on my fan, so I ain't gonna be talking too longy, right? But I come here in defense of married people, right? Like myself, right? I hear that they got certain young people walking around saying that they're not getting married because married people are boring. I've even heard one account of a girl who says she don't want to get married because married people are boring, and furthermore her man boring no, so she just horny man with someone more exciting. No, I just wonder if these so-and-so people's got any sense at all, and then I just have to answer myself, and the answer does always come back as no they don't, and then I just feel for them, right? But first thing first, this is the first thing I gotta tell you if you don't want to get married, right? And the reason is because married people boring. Don't get no children. That's the first thing. Not because people that are unmarried and have children don't make it work, but because if you're going into something with that negative attitude, knowing that you don't really want to spend the rest of your life with a person, you don't need to be getting no child from that person. Don't let it happen on purpose. Let it be a mistake. And condomize and make sure it don't happen, because you already got the right mentality about what you want. Right? So forget you and don't forget the children. Right? Alright. Married people boring. Well. You could have fooled me. Why you didn't know that? I know married people have responsibilities that everybody just got. Like you gotta work and support yourself. You gotta take care of your children if you got them. And stuff like that. But I really thought that if a person deciding to get married, that they would at least sit down and talk to this person long enough and get to know this person long enough that this is the person that they actually want to be with for the rest of their life. I personally don't know what I would do without my husband when he's not home for long periods of time because he's busy. I just feel bad. And when I'm not home, he just miss me. So I don't know how it could be boring, because first of all, what's make a relationship boring is when you're having sex with someone that you don't really have no other type of connection with. Because what's happened in the beginning, the food pain might be sweet, I don't know, cause that's not my style of life. But in the beginning, you know, you have sexual attraction. Sexy. You sexy, I sexy. We both find each other sexy. Let's sex cause we sexy. And then what? Huh? Then what? It's hot for truth, yeah. Then what? Sexy, sex. You see where you're going? He ain't bound to tell you. That's caused an issue. Then no, somehow you know he a little dry this time, right? You ain't really bout he no more, right? Cause you realize you can't ask him nothing, right? There ain't nothing better than sex with love though. And you know somebody bout you. And if you want to talk about going all out, nobody don't want to go all out for somebody that them ain't sure about, right? But a person will go all out for a person that them know about them though. They're not better than that. So let's talk about married people boring. Well, putting together money to do stuff together is boring. Getting real excited, but when is your anniversary or when is your other half birthday or something, so it's boring. Don't let people who have a bad marriage and don't know how to communicate come and dictate marriage, you know. That's like saying all black people from St. Philip ugly or some stupidness. Is not true. I'm not saying there might not be one or two, but you can't go and stereotype a whole bunch of people based on a couple bad experiences. And yes, a lot of marriages ending in divorce, but something in our hearts is making people still get married. The wedding planners ain't broke yet. People still get married, especially people with money and culture. They make sure to get married. So don't let people come to you with this pop down-ism and got you feeling like if marriage is for idiots or nobody don't do that no more nor nothing. So here, don't let nobody fool you. You understand? Don't let nobody make you give up your white picket fence dream to what? To still got children and still got to work for them and all that and no man? Huh? And that's the example you want set for your children? So it's not about what you do, it's just about what age you start doing it at. I thought it was about what you do. I thought you want to raise a decent human, not a person who is decent until they turn 18 and then they're allowed to be as indecent as they want. I don't know nothing about women, because women ain't got no sense at all and no brought up, see. And that is the fact, right? The fact is that someone wanna get dragged up and someone wanna ain't even reach up yet, because when it ain't get raised. So wanna like bread with no yeast or no baking powder, wanna flat, wanna ain't raised. You understand? But it don't work so. And married people ain't boring. Don't get me started. You piss me off with that expression. Married people boring. Excuse me? Married people is not boring, okay? When two people love one another enough to dedicate their lives to each other, things should never get boring. And let me tell you about life. Life does throw you with some. You can't spend time together all the time. People got this idea when you get married or when you get together, you live in a house with a person, you can have time to have sex every day and lie down in a bed and blah blah blah. Nah, it don't work so, because life is not like that. You and this person ain't got the same schedule all the time. You understand? You can be going through different things in your life that are going to stop you all from being together. And if y'all have a real connection, you're going to miss that person. And there ain't nothing worse, nothing better than missing somebody. Because when you miss a person that belongs to you, when you see them, when you make that connection, there ain't nothing like that. So to all the people out there, right, that want to belittle people, relationships, and people marriages, and people out there that feel that their crutch so sweet, and that and this and that, and them gonna horn somebody, right? It don't work so. Just because a man might seem boring, because a man might be busy all the time, or just because a woman might get a baby and get fat or something like that, there's no reason to leave that person's side. And you will find that when two people support each other and stay together, they make it work. If you know you get in a relationship with a man and you were slim, and the man has an eye for slim things, don't go and get big and wash up on the man. And if, as I say, you get a baby or something and you put on a little size, try to take it off in a certain fashion. And don't let the man see you stuffing enough Hills corn curls down your throat. You understand what I mean? And drinking 2 Cokes and burping. You understand? Don't move like that. Show consideration and love for the person that you're with. If you know, I wish more women were like this, cause women is be jokers. Women is get there and we parade for these men, you know. We make sure we look so good and we ain't wearing next to nothing, and we doing this and we buying here and we buying this and we buying that for these men. And then the men that we doing it for a little stink and part right down. I ain't about it. Yeah. The man could be sexy too. Why man can't carry himself a certain way? Why you gotta teach him how to carry himself? And if you have taught him that, how dare another woman play that she coming in now when she see this man and want ready done? Frig you, whore. You mean you want ready done? Huh? It don't work so. When two people build up one another in a relationship, they will always be connected. So all these women who feel they can horny married women or whatever, one key word that I'm hearing about the women, one key word I'm hearing about these women: married. The man is left and she, huh? But things get low, boring, or his wife get low, miserable. You better? You're less miserable? You ain't better though? Because the woman that he married ain't the sort of woman to try and carry another woman's man, or else he didn't want her. So he didn't really want you. And you need to study these things and be real with these things. A lot of little young girls dealing with a lot of older men and think and feel that they're so hot, and the man just barely flipping one up for no, till he gets something better, till he get what he really looking for. You understand? And a lot of people seem to think it's all about shape and all of that there. Yes, you must carry yourself a certain way, as I was just saying. But you see, when two people have a connection, you see, when somebody love you when you're 18 years old, and say you go to school or something, then you come back and you still fly and you still doing stuff for yourself and blah blah, and you show back that man still got low feelings for you, and they ain't going nowhere. And vice versa, they ain't going nowhere. Because feelings don't operate like that. You don't stop loving your mother because she gets old. People don't stop loving people because they change. Of course, sexual attraction is a different thing, and that's why I find maybe a lot of men nowadays, I would say men, but people nowadays are horny people that with other people that they're more attracted to. But where does it lead? Where does it end up? Let's talk about that. I'm not seeing any benefits. All I'm seeing is a big mass spread of HPV and a lot of pap smears to check for cervical cancer, and a lot of AIDS tests with trembling fingers because you ain't sure if you got it or not, because you ain't know who you harm, who do what with who, and who do this and who do that, and now you know you got the bisexuals. So you ain't sure if she that he had is still a bisexual and was dealing with the bisexual, but a man that this and that and next and third, and that's the life that y'all really want to live. Find somebody, take your time, and don't breathe too early. Find somebody and see if they're about you, and if they're about you, make a life with that person. But don't come with this shit about married people boring. Cause you know what I find is boring? Being a scabicle is boring. People that skin out every night and do all sorts of nonsense is boring. You understand me? So how many times you gonna do this thing? How many times you gonna do it? Not knowing where your husband can get you, and knowing that he knows you better than anybody else and he got the same plan for you, is the sweetest feeling. You understand? Knowing that you can do something that only a person that really knows this person. You understand? That lay down in the bed with this person at 1 a.m. and reason. You know? Knowing that you're going to do something like that for somebody is a sweet feeling. Don't let nobody make you feel that the art and joy of family that God created is not a perfect union. It is perfect. It's a perfect arrangement. The issue is people not taking it seriously, and we always find cop-outs. Don't want baby, get abortion. Don't want get married, get a divorce. We always find cop-outs. When my husband and me first got together, and this is not married, this is boyfriend and girlfriend, but we were talking before, he said to me, you know, this is a serious thing. This ain't nothing to just drop out of this thing that we got forced to work. And I realize it's like that. If you fall in love with somebody, you have to say it is working, nothing else. And don't take no for an answer, and you make this thing work. A person goes into a relationship like that, they're not going to horn. They're not going to be looking for nobody else. They're not going to be looking for a couple, nothing. They're saying, me and he agreeing, but I love him, so me and him got to agree. And you humble yourself, and you become a better person, and you do what you got to do to make that thing work here. So you know what? You know what's boring? Talking about married people when you know not shit about it. Because nobody is looking to marry nobody that can't even stand with the man that they got. Alright? So I want to learn from that. Anyhow, in other news, our mic is Saturday night. So I hope you want to come out and show some support. It's be every Saturday. Right now it's at Thump Monkey, and when the location changes I will let you guys know. Thump Monkey is in Fitzville, St. James. If you come up on my page and you look around, you should see an Iron Mike poster somewhere. So one love, and about to left the heat. But let me big up some people. I want to big up Black Pain. I want to big up Jade Scott, Aisha Noura, the whole Iron Sharp and Iron family, and of course my husband, who allowed me to have the experience to be able to do this blog properly. Then I was wrong with standing with one man for a long time, and then I wrong with standing with one woman for a long time. There's nothing better than that, actually. And as y'all grow together and you see the life that y'all create, your children and your world grow together, you have so much more to share than anybody who says married people are boring.